It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm here with a Planet MFL video where we leave planet Earth, we head over to Planet MFL, and we look at how I'm doing in MFL, what am I doing? I've got two MFL clubs. What on earth am I doing with those two clubs? How on earth are they performing? That's what we show you on these videos. Now, I do an MFL documentary where I document my main club, AFC Amreezy. Thank you for all the love that's been getting. If you haven't seen that, I'm making two series of MFL videos, okay? Let's do channel breakdown. One set of MFL videos is Planet MFL. It's an informal chat where I can talk to you like this, tell you what I'm doing, with not just my main team, but also my reserve team, thoughts I'm having, more about the gameplay, and if you like, you can write comments on those videos, and some of those comments may be lucky enough to make it in the documentary, as happened on the documentary episode 1. So that's one set of videos, Planet MFL. Then we've got the MFL documentary, which we do where we spend ages all week filming and making sure it looks perfect. And then we do it's kind of weekly. So far they've been coming out every Monday. They may not be every weekly, but we'll see. Part 3 will be coming out next week. Keep your eyes out for that. And then our third set of videos are about the game So Rare. So we have two MFL types of videos and one type of Sorare video. That's a little channel breakdown. So we're going to talk Planet MFL. The last time I did a video was like 10 days ago maybe, so we've had a few games that I've played since then where I'll show you what's been going on with both the teams. Also, the mid-season transfer window opened a few days ago and is about to slam shut. So I know a lot of you out there have been buying packs in the pack drop day. I didn't buy any pack. It was the first pack drop when I didn't buy packs, just because the last two pack drops I haven't really enjoyed. I've opened packs and gone, I could have spent that $15 on a guaranteed better player who would have actually helped my team instead of getting a striker and a goalkeeper again. So I didn't take part in this week's, this happened 2 days ago, pack drop. I didn't take part in that. And I've not bought any players this window. I did say at the beginning of the season, I really want to try and spend my MFL money and get my team ready at the beginning of the season. And I don't want to panic any kind of purchases mid-transfer window, because that's what I did last season and it didn't work out. So this window has been a lot more calm, collected. I did tweet, or is it still called a tweet on X? On X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, I wrote a post saying, hey, I need a CDM and a striker if anybody wants to help me out. And some people did help me out. So we got in 2 loans, which we'll show you, who are going to improve the squad massively. And yeah, let's begin there. Let's jump in by looking at how my main team, AFC Amreezy, have been doing in the wonderful world of MFL. Okay, here we are in the MFL homepage, the underbelly. We can see here my latest sort of activity. I've not been buying cards. I've not been buying any packs. I have sold 2 players, 2 strikers. I got him in the pack before the season 6 started. This was the guy I got in the pack then. So I bought that pack for $15, ended up selling him for $9. So, and I think we got another card in that pack that was like a common, not a great player. So yeah, we kind of lost out, but I was happy to sell this card because it was a striker, and we've got strikers already, and his shooting's 56. I never like a striker to have shooting below his overall ranking. It's kind of a little spark rule I have. If I have a midfielder, he's a CDM, I don't want his tackling to be lower than his CDM overall rating. Weird little thing I have. So he wasn't good enough for me, so I sold him for $9. And then this guy has been good, okay for me. But it's just that I have Koja, I've got Butcher. He was my 3rd choice striker. And in this transfer window, I've now loaned in a striker who is better than this guy. So this guy will now be my 4th choice striker. And I just thought at this part of the season, when I don't rotate the squad as much in the second half of the season, I learned that last season. My first year was last season. My first season in MFL was last season. And I learned that I didn't rotate as much in the second half because the games are coming thick and fast, and there's less kind of games that you can just throw. So you rotate the squad a bit more cleverer. So I didn't want this guy to be 4th choice striker sitting on the bench. And I think I got him in a pack as well. Yeah, I got them both in packs, I think. And I sold him for $12. And again, his shooting's 54 and he's 57 rated. So I just didn't like that stat. I want my strikers to be essentially really good at shooting. And then the rest is like, then we see, okay, then you can be pace, physical, passing, but shooting is what I mainly want. So both my strikers had average shooting stats. So I've sold them. So I've got a bit of money again in my Dapper wallet, like $20. which might be used to buy a next pack drop before the next season. That would be a more sensible time for me to kind of take bigger risks, because what I did last season was the mid-season pack drop. I opened packs at players, and then I kind of had to use them because I was like, I could only register 3 to the squad, and I had some loans that I wanted instead, so it was just messy. So yeah, that's what I've done in terms of MFL moving and shaking. Now, let's look at the loans that I brought in. So, do we look at loans or do we look at results? We look at loans. So, we look at results. That's how your boy Amreezy does it. We keep you on your toes. So this season, if you've not seen my Planet MFL video so far, here's how this season has gone. We lost our first 2 games of the season. We then tweaked our tactics, player instructions. We then started winning a few games. However, these games were winnable. These types of teams are Baltic Scrub Football. If you look at the league table, Baltic Scrub Football. They're below us, so we're expected to win those games. We then did well in the cup. We won our first 2 cup games. Happy days. I think this is where I left. This is where I ended the last video with me saying the cup is here. I won my first 2 cup games with a B team. And I was saying life's looking great. I won my last 3 league games. I won my first 2 cup games. Life was looking great. Life was rosy. Life was amazing. MFL was great. We were moving up the league table. Then the tricky games started. Thorns, as you can see, Thorns are second in the league. These guys are 1 place above us. So we lost 2 games. We lost and we drew in the league. The wheels are starting to fall off now. Then we lost in the cup. It's okay. It's the B team, and we won our first 2 cup games. Then we drew to Volta, who are 4th in the league. Again, that's not the worst result. They are 4th in the league. They are above us. A draw, okay, not great, but we take it. Then we lost in the cup again. I think I played a few more A-team players in that game because I was like, I'm going to need to get back on winning ways. I'm going to need to get back in my cup. It's also 50 MFL for each cup win, so that's quite useful for me in Spark Division. We lost 3-1, so that was a big disappointment. Then we had 2 of the best teams in the league, Soho Scene and Lombards. Soho Scene have won every single game this season. They are one of the super good teams, and Lombards are 3rd. So we lost both those games. And that doesn't look pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row without a win. That was tough. We've not changed our tactics, though. I've not changed the tactics. I just knew they're 2 teams against best. This team we played a B team in this one because I was like, they're going to thrash us no matter who we play. So we played a B team here. This is the one game where I was like, that was winnable. And we did go out to win. We played Koja, Butcher. We played our best goalkeeper, best defenders. We basically put an A team out for this game, and we just didn't turn up. XG was horrible. Possession was horrible. They did have 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals, so possibly were a bit unfortunate. But they also had a way better XG, so they outplayed us in the game. So that's the only result from the winless run that I was kind of like, should have won that really. The rest of the games were against teams that are just better than us. Like, if you go into these guys' team, this is just how Spark Division is. You got teams that are as good as you, and then you got teams like this, which are just all... He's got 163 or 60. My best player is like 65, and he's got 63 as his worst player, and then all of this. So yeah, so that's how we did with the winless run. Got us up to there. Then we won a cup game 5-0 with a bit of a B team. We then had a league game, which we won 3-0. And again, these are teams that we should be beating. Holdfast, Baltic Storm. They're teams who are low, but Holdfast are 10th and Baltic Storm are 11th. So again, winnable games, we should be winning. So we're mid-table, 8th. The season resumed today, and we beat Baltic Storm 1-0, resting a few players. So yeah, we're 8th. I'm hoping that we can beat all the teams around us and maybe try and push up the league table second half of the season. What I'm also helps with that are the new boys who've come in. They are striker Pulido from So Rare Bobby. Thank you, So Rare Bobby, for him. Where is he? Pulido, 66 rated striker. When I agreed to bring this guy in, he was better than Koja. And I was like, ooh, finally got some competition for Koja. We got 2 elite strikers now. But as you may have, eagle-eyed people may have spotted, Koja has tier broke a week ago and then gone up by 2 ratings. And he's now in this kind of thing again where he's going up again. He's developing, he's going up. So there was a period in the season where we heard nothing from Koja because he was on 64, not tier breaking. We were waiting for ages for that tier break. It finally happened. And then once it happened, the next day he went up another overall ranking. And then 2 days later, he went up to 67. So he's back on his progression curve and he's now better than Pulido. It's almost like he knew Pulido was joining the team. And he was like, I've got to be the top striker at this club. I've got to, you know, put some more work in training. And he's gone up to 67. So Koja is now got a perfect strike partner. Look at this, 69 and 66 up front. We've got some firepower up front now. The other player we got is from friend of the channel, Robecchio, who's loaned us the goalkeeper this year, Abrahamson. He also got in touch with my cry for help, asking for a CDM and a striker, and he could help with the CDM. He's given us Mustapik, who, if we load him up, has tier broke yesterday. He tier broke. So he gave me him as a 64 rated CDM. And you know what your boy Amreezy does. Your boy Amreezy helps the MFL community out. We're like one of those academies like Southampton used to be, or some of those French clubs that are famous for producing teams, or Monaco or Barcelona. We've got that academy where young players come to us, we improve them, they go back to their club with a better rating, or they improve with us, our players. So Mustapik's come in and straight away tier broke, become a green, and hopefully he can do what Koja did and go up a few more rankings to help out my boy Robecchio, but also to give me a little boost for the rest of the season, because he's now a 65 rated midfielder, which is a huge upgrade on a 6. Philipson was the first team before. I was thinking 64, that's a nice upgrade. Now 65 upgrade. That's how a 5 overall ranking. And it's not just his overall ranking that's better. If you look at his attributes, he's got defensive 67, which is better than Philipson. He's got passing 65, which is a big thing because my CDM before didn't have any passing stats. So the individual instructions were on like be direct, be conservative, and clear the ball. Now that I've got a center defensive midfielder who can actually pass the ball, I can say stay direct so we can keep feeding the strikers, but instead of being conservative, go risky with those passes. And don't worry about having to clear the ball often. You can play on with the ball a bit more. So that changes our tactics nicely. It gives us a bit more creativity from the holding midfielder. And we've got better strikers to aim for now. So the Butcher has now become a B team player. Pulido has become first team striker. And Mustapik is starting holding player. So those 2 additions to the squad, I just think it's so much better than me going out there, buying a pack, hoping I get a striker and a midfielder, then seeing that they're not good enough. All of that drama. This way, I didn't actually spend anything. I think the striker's got a rev share of 2%. Apart from that, it's much more sensible. I improved my team in the exact positions I want. And I just think this has been a much better mid-season window than last season. So the team's looking better. We've got a bit of an easy game next. So Pulido hasn't actually played yet. Pulido was rested because he was like on 95% fitness when he came to the club. I'm going to rest him one more game, because our next game is against Holdfast, who are like second to bottom in the table. Then we've got the Cup. So we're in the round of 16 in the Cup. And these are a tricky-ish team. Appledorn. So I want my best team fully fresh for this Cup game. So this league game coming up tomorrow, I'm going to rest a few more players. Play a few first-team players so that, we win, hopefully. And then rest a few players. And then on the Cup game, it should be full A-team ready for that Cup game. So that's how the A-team's doing. Let's take a look at how the Amreezerves are doing. And here we are in the Amreezerves Center. So the last time we were following the Amreezerves, it's been a real mixed bag, to be honest, all season. And it's better than I expected this season. I thought the Amreezerves would just finish bottom of the table, seeing as it was the players I didn't really want. And it's been like draw, win, lost, win, draw, lost, win, lost, draw, lost, win. I haven't really had any consistency this season. And part of the problem with that is that I've got a good, oh, by the way, in today's league game, I got 3 players all got to 5 yellow cards. I wasn't really keeping track of who's on yellow cards or not, but it was quite extraordinary to get in your inbox 3 messages all saying suspended, suspended, suspended. So, but yeah, this is the A team for the reserves, and you know they're all right. There's a few high 50s, mid 50s, which is for my league. It's a lot easier this league than the Amreezy team's in. They're mid-table, so both of my teams are kind of mid-table, although this team's considerably worse. And the defeats with this team are coming when I have to play the B team, because if you see that this is an okay team with like mid 50 rated players, but the B team are like 45, 48, 48, 44, 42, 41. So the B team are like much worse. It's not like my main team where the drop off for the bench players are like a little bit below. With this team, the drop off is like sometimes 10 ratings below. So that's probably why we're not winning all our games in this league and why we're not able to get a momentum going, because we'll play someone above us and I'll be like, B team this one. We'll play someone below us and I'll go A team this one. And I think it's working as a strategy. I'm in the cup, in the next round of the cup, and I'm mid-table, which I will take a mid-table finish when I was expecting to finish at the bottom places. And essentially, this is a kind of building up overall ratings for these reserve players, trying to get the best out of these players and see which one of them could possibly be a first team player. And if not, just preparing them for either a sale so I can sell them for more, or just keep them in so they can keep this squad going, keep churning MFL every year. So I'm very happy with how the Amreezerves are doing. I don't like that I like that we're not bottom. That's what I mean to say. I like that we're not bottom of the league. It's quite a nice thing to have a team that's like, they are your reserves, but at least they're not getting thrashed every week. And we're in the cup. The next cup game is against Report Harcourt. Let's take a look at their squad. They have got good. They've got a similar squad to us. So we're really going for the cup with these guys. So every league game before the cup, I'm just resting. It doesn't matter who we're playing. I'm resting all my best players. And then in the cup, we're really going for it, because in the cup we finished. How do we see the cup? In the cup we finished. No, that's the league. That's the league. In the cup, we finished second, but we got 3 wins, which is nice. 3 wins, which is already 150 MFL, ka-ching, ka-ching in the bank. 180 MFL, ka-ching, 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 for getting to the round of 16. And then you've seen that team we're playing next. We've got as good a team than them. We can beat them. So then we can dare to dream. So the cup's where it's going. For my main team, we also finished second, I think, in the cup. Yeah, we finished second. Also, we won 3 games. So that's another 150 MFL. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. 300 MFL in total. Add a 180 for the... So, you know, getting and having a second team is great. Just in terms of how much MFL. So if you go into the cups, in the round of 16 with 2 teams like I have, that's like, quick math, like 600, 700 MFL. That's nice. That's nice. And it's not like it's a massive effort. Like I played my B team for 3 of the games in this cup. So it also gives me a chance to rotate. And then the other 3 games, I think I took a bit more seriously to make sure we qualified. So yeah, we're in the cup in both rounds. We've got a harder game for the AFC Amreezy team that we're playing. Where are we? Apple Dorm are a bit more of a trickier team, but we can do it. I just hope they don't rest their players as well as do it, because they've got a couple of greens here. They've got a 66 rated goalkeeper, which is going to be tricky, but we've got a 66 rated striker, so we can counter that. They've got a 65 rated striker, but we've got 2 66 rated strikers, so they've got a lot more of a good depth around the kind of 60 rated players. Mine kind of, I've got a few mid 60s and then they're 50s. So it's going to be an hard, interesting game here, but I'm going to give myself the best chance of winning that one by resting fully ahead of it and doing that with the B team. So that's how I'm doing, guys. Stay tuned to the documentary. Part 3 of the documentary will be out next week if you want a more dramatic take on some of these things. And also, I'm giving you the up-to-date. This is the 27th of June. The documentary is kind of in the past. So you're watching that as kind of an entertainment experience. You're watching Planet MFL for the up-to-date Amreezy adventures in MFL. But yeah, let me know what you guys are up to. If you've got any tips, tricks. Did you open any packs this window? Did you get any good cards? All of that good stuff. YouTube comments, Discord. They're the best places to reach your boy. I'll see you next Planet MFL video. Good luck with the remainders of your seasons. Peace.